Hi everyone. Again, this is the other thing that we did in ECU, the classroom management, observation, and reflection, ECHR 40004. This I did in June 20th, very recently. And this is my case study. So let me explain as to how I landed with this assignment and what am I doing taking all these courses. From childhood, I loved to teach. Uh-oh, there's a mistake error. I loved to be a teacher. My games were always, I am a teacher and my friends were students, and this included my little brother too. It was funny how time goes by and suddenly you find yourself in bachelor's program and then in master's program. During your learning phase, you have been asked to come up and explain the concepts in front of the class where everyone applauded and the way you taught, and you are now sure that you can be an excellent teacher. So after I am done with my master's, I got married, had my son, and then moved to US. Once I got settled in US, I started first as a volunteer and then parent volunteer and then as a math coach in classrooms, room mom, making my way as a science Olympiad mentor. And during that time, I got in as a substitute. All this time when I inquired, as to what were the requirements to become a teacher, I never got a solid answer. And I kept going until till someone informed me that I need to practice this and all the other things related to become a teacher. One morning I got a call from a school asking if I could come for an interview, and that was the start of my teaching career. And that is how I landed on this stage. So here I am at my school for the first time as a teacher introducing to my class, and as I stood there, it struck me that if I have a huge variety of ethnic groups, and I myself am totally different from all of them, I immediately realized that as a teacher of this class, I must get to know the students very well. So the rest of the class period was a journey of how well you can get to know each other. So that was a huge struggle because for them it was new, for me it was new, and then for getting to know each other, we had to definitely put our heads together and play games, talk, have a scrambled up activity. We had to do multiple things for the kids. I had to do multiple things for the kids to get comfortable. The kids did not get comfortable initially, but towards as the days progressed, yes, they got into their shoes and they kind of confided in me. But yes, that was a huge journey that I had in my first year. So my identity as an Asian from South India moving to United States in 2000, as an Hindu, I do my prayers every day. I have black eyes, black hair, and I am about 5 feet 4 inch in height. I get good I have a good set of friends and enjoy spending time with them. I got married to my husband in 1997 and we have two sons. My older one is going to turn 21 this September, younger one is 13 and is going to be in 8th grade. I am an Indian classical dancer. Started dancing at the age of 3. I am good at badminton and truly enjoyed playing it. I enjoy playing the same with my sons too. My brother and I were very close to each other. He came to US for his studies. I am lucky that I have him here with me in US. My favorite pastime is watching movies and reading books, especially during the quarantine. I went back to my actual childhood hobby of reading novels. I love gardening and started with just a few tomato plants, which then expanded to many from peas, okra, bell pepper, potatoes, which I grew in the bin. When outside, you can find me in a pant and a top, mostly pink, pale blue, pink, green. At night, I relax with a nightgown. My family speaks our mother tongue, which is Malayalam, along with English. We also speak other Indian languages like Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, etc. Students' identity for the case study, I'm going to refer a student from my science class, block 3. For the purpose of the identity, the student will be called Corey. She is, sorry again, some mistake. She is an African American girl and speaks English as a primary language, as she is a primary language, and and she is learning Spanish. She can understand and respond to her friends in Spanish. She is really tall for a sixth grader and is 5 feet 8 inches in height and allows to play volleyball. She starts to make her mom. She wants to make her mom proud and work very hard at school. She colors her hair red, has black eyes, and is always seen talking to her friends who play basketball. She stays after school on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. She gets upset if she goes late to the cafeteria. She wants to sit beside her friends, have enough time for lunch. So this is all about that girl. And as you, if I'm going to scroll through slowly, where you can read through. Again, this is just my work. You guys can use this as a reference. It's not a guide. It's just, just to see how to start and how to end. That's all it is. I just wanted to read this out loud. Challenge with Corey. My sixth grade class has extremely high energy students, especially girls who love to talk and give their opinion all the time. One such student is Corey, who in the first place did not seemed to be happy seeing me as a teacher. She came up to me and asked why is that I am in the school where students are different or are of different ethnicity from what I am. Truly, I never expected this kind of question will come up. I took a moment to think and told her that as a science teacher, I would love to see all my students really taking STEM field, and I believe with a push and a hard work, both student and the teacher from both student and the teacher, this can be achieved. I also told her that I love to conduct experiments, create models as we go from topic to topic. She went and sat at her desk and had a concerned look. This was the first day of sixth grade. See, that is interesting. The first day of sixth grade, a student coming and asking me a question which is way out of the blue, and then I had to take some time, process the question out, and then slowly, slowly try to unveil myself, and then give her an answer which she at that time did not think that was a true answer. But as the year went along, towards the end, she did not speak much with me or anything. She would do her work, and then towards the end, when the school was almost online, that it was going to be distance learning, she gave me a hug and saying that you're a good teacher. And that small sentence or small word that she said, I truly really think that's the best gift that I've got, because from what she did in the beginning of the year till and as we were winding up for distance learning, what she said towards the end was huge. you know from one end to the other, it's a huge thing. So I'm happy for that. Again, I'm just going to scroll through slowly. This child whom we are talking about, she had her own issues, you know, from problems at home, financially, and also, but she was a very good player. So as soon as she starts playing volleyball, she is completely into it, and she forgets all her worries. And she can't. And the only thing that I've seen that is she does her homework to a certain extent, and she wants to learn and she wants to accelerate. That's the best part where I really appreciated what she was doing. Now, when they ask us to write the beliefs and value comparison, I try to do my best. So Corey and I seem to have the same beliefs, as just like how I think the students can achieve. Corey has a mindset to try her best to achieve her goals. I see that both during the regular class work and during the volleyball game too. She is very respectful with her adults in her life and her friends. This shows that she has the same belief as how I do. From what I observed is that all students have the same values. They show respect to the adults in their life and try to achieve their goals. They value culture and try to understand other person's culture and heritage. This is the best part. I had students with so many different ethnic from different ethnic groups that my class was full of of vibrant kids. They had their ideas. They had their own, ideas. They had their own method of answering the questions. They had their own, creations when it came to any models, and it was really apart from that me being alone for the 35 or 36 kids who are actually having behavioral issues or things like that. The entire class was actually chipping in and doing their best. But I always think that a teacher cannot be left alone by herself, especially if she's a new teacher. For the first time teaching, there should be a teacher assistant so that the main teacher can do what she has to do, and the teacher assistant can help the regular class. With having behavioral kids, there was no help of having a teacher to support the behavior, or when there were kids for me with learning disability, but there was you need to have help. You need to have the main teacher to actually do the work. There should be some help, and that help has to, if that help is given, the entire set of kids in the classroom can actually be benefited. Again, these are just what I wrote. This is just, and I'm putting it and posting it for you guys to just see, so that you don't see, hey, what am I supposed to write? How am I supposed to write? This is just, like a general awareness document where you can take some ideas, not take, but then it's for this was my assignment where I got about 90 95, I think 90 95 as a grade. I've seen that the schools kids chew gums. I'm not sure why they are so much into chewing gums, but once they chew the gum, it doesn't go into the trash can. So in my class, this was a no rule. There's no chewing as you come into the class. If you have a gum in your mouth, you need to spit it out. You cannot take the gum. Your backpack has a lot of bubble gums or anything. I don't allow them to take it out. And if I see kids are still eating, I would take the pack and put it in the trash, and let their parents know that it happened. Then we had to write a small summary on the same. So this was my summary. I had a lot of students who speak only just Spanish, and so with the help of my other kids who know Spanish, we created a word wall, and that helped actually in the science class because most of the time the students did not know, and so each topic that I started off, I would ask help my other students who actually know to combine both English and Spanish together and they create a word wall. So each element of each topic that I taught, this was main important thing that was on the wall, so that the kids can go ahead and look into the Spanish word and figure out what the English word is. And I had also put a mentor for each child. For example, if there are a few group of kids, there are three kids at a table who only speak Spanish, then that table had two kids who knew both to speak English and Spanish, so that way they could help the other students. So that was a huge plus point for me, which I just I didn't know that can happen. I didn't know that generally all the teachers do or not, but I just thought that's the best way for any kid not to be excluded. And so that worked very well. Having a mentor or two at the table with other Spanish kids who want real help. So, as well as these mentors are supposed to be knowing both how to speak Spanish as well as English. So, that did work very well. And I was really happy that I didn't learn it from anyone or somebody had to tell me that. I just tried to think the right way to actually progress these kids, and that really helped. During the exams, they were pretty good at understanding the keywords and understand trying to get those done. So having said that, that's that. This is also one of my assignments. And again, this assignment, I'm just putting it here as a reference for you to refer, not to just copy or write. And it's not that great. It's just what I did. Again, my score was around 95 for this assignment that I did. It helps if you have a reference. Please, I know you guys can do way better than what I did, but this is just for you to just look and see, hey, this is the assignment. How am I supposed to start off? And then from there, you will all get it together. Thank you for, going over my slides and going over what I did. I will try and post as much as possible. Thank you.